Hey y'all, so I'm back with another video. This video, I guess I'm gonna talk about life at the lockup. We just gonna go ahead and get this out the way because this is my main show. But this show right here, I've been watching this show since it came on, and for people that just started watching it, that's y'all issue, not ours. But at the end of the day, I ain't gonna lie, this has been the best season of Love at the Lockup that I've ever watched. You know, when that thing first came on, it was cool. You know, yeah, the drama was there, but then they started replaying the same people and it was just getting boring. We just needed something new. So, you know, I'm gonna do this review. I'm not gonna start all the way from the beginning. I'm just gonna go ahead. We're gonna start all the way from the beginning, but we're just gonna go characters by characters, like couples by couples, because I don't have time to go from episode 1 all the way up until where we at now. That's just not gonna happen. Sorry. But so yeah, so let's get into it. So the first couple I want to talk about is I don't even know why they on here, is Ashley and Travis. Travis and Ashley. I just don't understand. I mean, I can basically say that he's not there for the looks, but he there because of the money. He definitely there because of the money, and I feel like if she didn't have any money, that he wouldn't be there. He definitely wouldn't be there. This man got arrested. He's in prison for robbing a bank. And ma'am, you work at an antique jewelry store. And you really think that he was gonna come home and work for you at this store and everything was gonna be all cool, calm, and collected, lady? You know, the episode really just start off with them talking and her just saying, you know, how they met and everything, and which is cool. But what was cool is that you got a neighbor next door that you can mess with from time to time, and you know this man like you, and you invite him over. You keep inviting him over, and your boyfriend in prison, Travis, knows that he don't want this man over there, and you continue to do it. So it's just like, okay, all right, because it ain't gonna be that long before Travis get home and figure out 2 plus 2 equaling 4. So, you know, going on through the episodes, you know, we don't really get too much from them. You know, he gets out, she's so excited, yeah, you know, they go to the hotel, all that. But, you know, she's really into it. She really likes this man. She really is wanting a great life with this man. However, you know, she's going broke. She did not tell this man that she is going broke. She didn't tell this man how much money that she spends as far as getting things for her antique shop and just from jewelry stores and things like that. So altogether, she just sent this man $80,000. $80,000. Like, wow. You know, if I was in prison and somebody sent me that much money, I'll come home to you too and see what else I can get from you and just leave it at that and just keep on going. But, you know, so, you know, he gets released. They're trying to figure out things. She goes and buys him a metal detector. Not a metal detector, like, you know, one of the things that you go on. I think it is a metal detector. You go on a beach or, you know, somewhere where you could dig up some stuff and you can find things. You know, having him start from the ground up, which is pretty cool, you know. Pretty sure ain't nobody never brought him one of those in his life, so. All right. So, you know, moving on from there, you know, the past episode, we see that she is basically going through it. She's getting a notice saying that she has to move out of her house because Travis is a convicted felon. You have to move out your house that you've been paying for, so that way you and Travis can stay together. So she is in a panic. She is going off. Travis is like, what is going on? Like, just calm down. And she's like, I can't calm down. They're about to evict me. And all of this other type of crazy stuff. Well, ma'am, you ain't made sure it was okay with everybody before he came and stayed there. You ain't, you know, I know there's ain't no rules to this game or whatever, but what happened and what I think happened was that she was trying to add this man onto the lease so that way he can have something in his name. And I feel like that's what started all of this. And she was like, oh, well, you know, he used to come over and see the pictures up on the refrigerators of this guy. But I want to know, is it the neighbor that owns the house? I don't know, but I don't think so. But continuing on, so Travis feels like he's going to take Ashley's phone and speak with the landlord to make that seem like it was gonna be better, which it has nothing to do with him, honestly. But you know, as a man, you can kind of try to see where he coming from. But at the end of the day, it's not his business to handle. It's hers because this is her house. So the next scene you see, they're at a hotel. They at a hotel. They had to move out, and they only have 14 days to do it. You see her out there by the pool as if she on vacation, and he's on the phone with his mom, letting her know that they are about to come and stop by her house, basically. And his mother asked about the house, and he said, "Oh, well, you know, there's some things going on. We ain't able to stay there no more." And she asked if you got all of your stuff. He said no. What about a storage unit? His mother said, we don't have money for a storage unit. So you have money to get a hotel. You don't have no money for a storage unit. She was living in this most beautiful house. She had a beautiful car, but it seemed like the house was rented. The car was leased. And so she said, you know, business used to be booming. And when business was booming, everything was coming up. Everything was getting paid. However, you know, when COVID hit, you know, she only made $70,000 within 2 years. She said she spent $70,000 on a necklace at one point. Like, okay. So she said all of this money that she was getting from her business over these years, she did not save. So now you are stuck in a predicament to where you're living in a hotel with your convicted fellow boyfriend who just got released out of prison, and you don't know where y'all gonna go at this point. She's getting mad at him because she wants him to go find a job. But his thing was he thought he was going to come home and be comfortable for right now because Ashley had her own business. He was going to work for Ashley. But now she ain't got no business. So where you want him to go work? This man just got out of jail from robbing a bank. So you going to put all this pressure on this man. He probably going to go rob a smaller one and probably go from there. Like, you just setting this man back up to go back into prison because you're pressuring him off of things that happened in your life before he came out. Although she sent this man $80,000, she could have kept most of that money to her damn self. Like, hey, I can see if you have a dude before he go to jail or prison and that been your dude, but I'm not about to just meet somebody in fucking jail or prison and be sending them X, Y, and Z all day, every day. Like, I guess when you got it, you don't care, but when you don't have it and it ran out and they out, what do you do? Hey. But I just don't like their storyline. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I don't know. You always have a couple of oddballs like on the seasons. You be like, really? But really, they haven't really had that many scenes like that. So I don't know. Let's see. Chris and Justine. Justine and Michael. Sorry, Justine and Michael. So we was introduced to Justine and Michael last season on Life during lockup. Michael was locked up and Justine was out. So we seen their whole journey come along as, you know, his mother introduced her to him and they started talking and they just started connecting and it went from there. So last season we seen them get married. You know, we seen how he brought her a car, which was like a Mercedes truck, and she was trying to figure out how he can afford it. Everybody was trying to figure out. Everybody thought he was dealing drugs. Everybody thought he was, you know, doing a little bit of something on the side to get that money. But, you know, what we found out is that he is a rapper, although I still don't feel like that's how he makes his money. Because I heard a couple of them songs and whew, I don't know about that one, honey, but yeah, but it seems like, you know, he has a sneaker line and he has a clothes line and he got all this type of businesses and stuff going on. So hey, so we come to find out last season, you know, that he did buy the car legally and the car is legally in her name and she has nothing to worry about and everything is great. So We come to this season and really Justine just feel like she's entitled, boo. When she got married, she is like, this is my family, this is what we got going on, and that is it. We sticking together. So Justine just keep getting into Justine got into it with his mama. We thought y'all was friends, boo. We thought y'all was friends, and you sitting out here get mad at her because she was asking you about your child, which I can understand, because at the end of the day, if I had a child and somebody asked me, oh, so why you allowing your child to do this, this, and this? Like, this is my child. I made my own child decision, and you tell me that you don't want your other grandchild around my child because of what they doing. I'll be offensive as well, just a little bit. But the way she went off on that mama, I was just like, "Ooh, girl, just calm down, just calm it down. Like, we gonna get there, but we don't have to get all the way there." Like, so yeah, so Justine and Michael, I just feel like they're here to promote. It just seemed like every scene they got on little joggers and sweatpants and shoes and all this other type of stuff. They still riding around this BMW car, and I'm still trying to find out who the hell. Cause all over the internet they saying this is homeboys that's been trying to get him back in the rap game, and it's not theirs. But we gonna leave that for another topic. But yeah, so Justine and Michael, he comes home, he meets her kids, and by meeting her kids, I mean, like, of course they talk over the phone, but seeing face to face is so totally different. So when he meets her kids, he is basically like trying to be that father that never left, basically, like, hey, how are y'all, I love y'all, I miss y'all, whatever. And I'm like, you coming off a little bit too strong, sir. Like, you ain't their daddy, but that ain't none of my business. But at the end of the day, her middle child was just like, I like Michael, but I'm not calling him daddy. Like, you could tell that he's very protective over his mother, and he doesn't want to share her because he's probably used to being the the man of the house, basically. And so him coming in, it just kind of looked like it's going to be a tricky situation because of the fact that she has to share her time between him and the kids. And so which one, how they going to do it, we don't know. But yeah, so really from this story, it's not really anything going on, to be honest. It's just more of that, oh, okay, her and Justine and his mama are really trying to see how they can work things out after getting into an argument and things like that. Whoop-de-doo, but I'm not here for it. They cool. I follow a lot of these people on Instagram, to be honest, and I do follow Christine and Michael, and they're boring. But they do go live time to time, and they be talking about different things, but it don't be nothing that I'm too interested in. Let's talk about talk about Nathan and Skylar, because first of all, Nathan is giving me serial killer vibes. I don't know why. He just give me serial killer vibes. It just seems like if you just say the wrong thing to him, like, this man will just he'll just go the fuck off, and that's just what it is. So we meet him, and this is the first season, and he is in the store with his aunt. And so he's shopping for things for Skylar, give us a little bit of backstory. He did let us know that they knew each other before they went into jail. Then they wound up going to jail at the same time. So Skylar, he just got out like a couple of months ago. Skylar is about to get out, and he's trying to buy her things that will make her feel good, things like that. So we start learning about Skylar. Skylar's last two boyfriends then died. You like, the died? What happened to them? So apparently she likes, drug addicts. And when you go to sleep and you wake up, ain't nobody breathing, then hello, that's what you get. So apparently the last two boyfriends that Skylar had overdosed on drugs. She is in the halfway house first. Well, she was in the halfway house, but she wound up getting into an argument with Nathan, and so she was late for the curfew, and she got sent back to prison. And so a little bit after she got sent back to prison, he followed her. So horrible. So what happened was Skylar got out, and Skylar has her mom, her brother, everybody there. Everybody couldn't wait to see Skylar, and Nathan, it just looks like he's just the oddball. He's just waiting to be noticed, and all of this. His family can't stand her. His aunt that he went to the store with loves her. She didn't. Both of his parents passed away, and he was left with his aunt, his oldest aunt, which we did not see until a couple of seasons later. The store that he was at during the first scene, this was his aunt that he was not staying with. So she is loving the fact that he's doing this for her and wanting her to change. And his other aunt is just like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I already done been through this. We not doing it. I don't want to revisit what we revisited. And so she's not with it. She don't want to be around it. She don't want to have nothing to do with it. Nothing. So so yeah, Skylar's family's happy to see her. They brought her all these fancy little clothes like Chanel and all this other type of stuff, and she's going through everything. And so she's so excited, and she's like, oh, Nathan. So she gets to Nathan. Nathan had brought her a damn tie-dye t-shirt that has his name and her name on it. If this ain't no damn middle school shit, because I ain't had a tie-dye sis. And I mean, he had that with all of his heart. And he was just like, here you go, I got these made. And the family's looking like, like, oh, okay, a tie-dye t-shirt. But yeah, so they get done with the family, and they're supposed to be staying at Nathan's grandmother's house. Skylar gets there, is like, ugh, whose house is this, basically? Oh, well, what? What is all this stuff? It's creepy in here. So we get into the room and where they're going to be sleeping at. Nathan has all these clothes and just shit everywhere. And I know you ain't had and hyped this lady up to come home and make it seem like it was going to be good to have all these clothes like everywhere. It just seemed like he just moved in yesterday. She was looking like, girl, what is this? Like, how are we supposed to sleep? Like, who's supposed to be cleaning this up? This man waited for her to come out for her to come and help clean up. Like, he was already supposed to have the house and everything together. And, to this day, we never seen Grandma. We only seen Skylar and Nathan. We never seen the grandmother. So, I don't even know what the hell. So Skylar has been hanging out with her friend that lives in the halfway house at this point, who's been sneaking out to get her hair done with Skylar on national TV as if they can't find out about it. So Skylar keeps blowing up Nathan's phone. He's not answering. So she's saying he's supposed to be at work. Normally he answers. She's not getting an answer. So she drives there, and she drives all the way to the house to see that Nathan is basically asleep. And she is calling this man as if she's about to die. And he gets up pissed off like, what do you want? And she was just like, if you're going to go to sleep, just let me know. I don't have people just then died in their sleep. I'm like, God damn. Like, I guess when you have stuff like that happen, you gotta be precautious. I don't know. I've never had that happen. So, when somebody sleep, they'll get back to you when you wake up, I guess. But yeah. So Nathan wants to take Skylar out to dinner. And they get to dinner, and they're all cool, calm, collected. She's ordering bottles of rosé. They're just drinking the rosé. They're on their second bottle of rosé. And so somebody calls Skylar. Skylar answers the damn phone. and it is a man. I was like, girl, I know you ain't doing it at this dinner with this fool. This man is crazy. He snaps on like that, and you sitting over here playing with him. Like, I was mad at how he really just handled himself in that situation, but I can't say if I would have did the same, because you're not about to sit here and answer this phone with somebody else on it while we supposed to be at a nice dinner. We was having a good time, and you just ruined it. So he takes her phone and was like, yo, what's up? Blah, blah, blah. And then hangs up the phone. This man kept calling back, calling back, calling back, and he would answer and turn, like, just click decline. So what in the world? So I'm just like, it's God's like, what are you doing that for? Like, ma'am, you already know this man is batshit crazy. You know that this man will go down in the dirt for you, and you sitting over here playing in his face. So he was right to get mad, but this man took it to a whole nother scene. Like, he was a big baby, but he was a beast. Like, ain't no way that you about to get up and come around this table and stand behind me like you got an issue screaming for me to get up. Then she just hitting this little vape. It's the vape for me, because she was just hitting it as if she was unbothered. She was unbothered by the situation. You could tell she didn't care. It is what it is, and that's just that. She just kept hitting that vape, and I'm just like, girl, really? So yeah. So, continue on. He is like ready to leave. She's like, oh, I'm not ready. I just got my dinner and I'm about to sit here and eat it. And so Nathan gets up, he just goes. He just leaves. I'm sorry, don't mind my cat. But yeah, he just gets up and go. And he leaves, and you just see this man doing like little donuts in the parking lot to skirt out. Then he calls her. It was just like, really, you're just gonna let me leave like that? And she's just like, you left. Like, I told you I wanted to finish my food, and all of a sudden you hear this random guy come in like, yeah, here goes a shot for you, let's take a shot. And then he runs off. So Skylar is like, oh, well, that's just somebody that stole money from me back in the day. I don't know if he was trying to be funny or if he was just paying me back with this shot. Girl, Nathan heard that shit, and I mean that man turned around like the Krispy Kreme donut red little light was on. This man could have crossed traffic and came right back in 2.5 seconds and rolled back up in there. And it was just like, oh, so you gonna have this guy show up? This man was going off. But what we ain't gonna pass by is that I could have sworn he said the N-word, and I know I can hear straight. But you know what? This ain't the first time we TV just did this, not the first time, but we gon' let it, I ain't gonna let it slide, but we gon' keep it moving. But yeah, so he get up, he get back in there like, I know he done threw out the shot, like, man, so you really gonna sit up in here? And she was just like, yeah, I'm eating my food, girl. They feel like it is time to go. It's either you're going or you're not. You're staying. She gonna be like, check please. Girl, if you don't get your ass up. I thought he was gonna mess her up right there, because ain't no way. It's no way that this lady was sitting there playing in his face. Like he said, he ain't no bitch. But at the end of the day, it's just like, lady, if that was to happen on the other side, you would be mad. You would be all up on this man's stuff, trying to figure out who it was, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. So, but I like them. They have, a little bit going on. It just seems like, Nathan is just crazy. It just seems like he has a controlling side. And once he needs, and I can see how she was late getting back to the halfway house. I can see why she ended up back in jail, because you think you about to sit here and argue with this man and you just about to walk off and go do what you need to do. He don't look like that type. He like that type. He about to grab you. He about to try to talk to you, stop you, whatever, until he feel like he got somewhere with his feelings to where he'll be okay. That's the crazy part about it. But yeah. So let's go on to the next one. The next one. The next one is, let's do Gabby and Chris. Because I cannot stand. This isn't the first time that Gabby and Chris has been on Love After Lockup. They have been on Love After Lockup before. And it was while Chris was in jail. It was while Chris was in jail and Gabby was out. The main issues that they were having was basically his family. She was getting into it with his mother. She was getting into it with his sister. And the thing about it is, so Chris, I don't know what prison it was, but he got beat up at a prison. And he filed a lawsuit. He won that lawsuit, and I think it was that he was awarded $150,000. So word on the street is that, him and Gabby were talking, and he was really trying to talk to Gabby. She wasn't trying to talk to him. She was letting this man know that she had just got out of a long relationship and she ain't looking for nobody. And this is before he got awarded his money. Before he got awarded his money, and basically, during that process, he's telling her like, hey, I just got this done with the state. I got this handling, I got this maybe happening. So he doesn't know for sure yet. So when he knows for sure, he goes and tell her, and now she's jumping on his dick. She's jumping on it, and she's like, woohoo, we rich, we got some money. Yeah, I want to be with you. Yeah, she's one of those. She's one of, money makes her jump. And he ain't cute. The whole family look like. Mama definitely spelled out them damn kids because, woo, Jesus. So, yeah. So, he gets awarded the money. Word on the street is that he gave her like, what, $50,000-$60,000, and he gave the rest to his mama, but apparently Gabby was supposed to be holding money for him until he got out. Yeah, he would send her money and stuff like that, but he wanted something, to where he'll be straight. He got this money because he got his ass beat. And he just wanted to know that, everything's going to be cool. So she let him know, like, everything's going to be cool, whatever. She done went out and brought her a car. She done went and brought her an apartment. She was asking his lawyer, actually going up to the lawyer's office and asking for money. She would call this man on the phone and would ask him if he can ask his lawyer to approve of the money that she was getting. So yes, she has been saying, oh, well, that I didn't take any of his money and all of this. Girl, you did something with it, because it's no way that this man came home broke. He ain't got nothing. So we gonna keep it going. So, with Gabby and Chris, Gabby was getting all of this stuff, and everything, and everybody was just like, we feel like she using you, blah, blah, blah. So then we get into this season. To where, Chris is about to come home. So that day that Gabby was supposed to be going to go get him, his mom and his sister wanted to ride too. The whole car ride, the whole time they were together, nothing but argument, nothing but her disrespecting the mother, nothing but the mother and the sister going off on Gabby. It was just like, they already know what her game is. They don't like her. It's just, it is what it is. She feels like she's better than everybody. So before we even get to that, the season starts off with her getting her vagina rejuvenated. Ma'am, now what in the world? But swear that she ain't had sex in 5 years. I don't know. If I ain't had sex in 5 years, all of this should be tight. All of this should have no stretches, nothing. But she swear up and down that, she wanted like a virgin again and all of this other type of stuff. And I'm like, Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay, so you done took some more of his money and went and got that together. You can see that she got her lips done. They all plumped up and stuff. Like, she done got lipo all along her chin and stuff, and whatever else she got. She got her toenails redone, her fingernails re-lengthened. Oh, like really? So you go off of that. So y'all just arguing the whole time. She's trying to set up to where as soon as he gets out of jail, that they're getting married off the bat as soon as he get out. Now, the first season they was on, she was trying to get a wedding dress for $30,000, and she kept going to a lawyer to see if she can get that approved. The lawyer was like, "No, you're not, ma'am. Unless you come out of your own pocket, you will not be getting anything from this bank account. Sorry." She's calling Chris to beg for it and stuff like that. And it's like, man, why do you need a $30,000 dress? She act like this man got $1,000,000. 150,000 ain't that much. Especially when you got a little trick like this one right here. Because she will run you dry. And did. So, continue going on, they get out the car, they go and get Chris, and they get married, supposedly. Because no one can find the actual marriage certificate from their marriage. Nobody can find anything at this point. Nobody can find any proof of these two getting married or divorced. So, at this point in time, Gabby keeps saying that she got a secret, and she can't hide the secret no more once Chris gets home. So we like, what the fuck is up? Like, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a child? Like, what is going on? Come to find out, this lady right here is battling 2 court cases. The first court case is she has all of these speeding tickets that she never paid for, and they have piled up on her, and they are taking her to court. She got caught with driving under suspension twice. Under suspension because you no longer have a license because you did not pay for your tickets. So all of that money that you was taking from Chris and all that money that you was spending on getting your coochie tightened and all of that, you could have spent getting tickets right. So now you have no license. You got caught twice driving with no license. And yeah. Chris trying to figure out where the car at because he ain't seen the car since he got released. He trying to figure out what's going on, yada, 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 whatever. Him and Gabby keep getting into it because Gabby is going through this man call logs and seeing who he calling on a day, on the hour, everything, how many minutes it was for. Like, yeah, she was calling. I mean, she highlighting them. She highlighting because she feel like something in her soul ain't right with this man, and it's not, because he got hoes in different area codes, right? Like Ludacris said. So yeah, continuing on, they make up or whatever, of course, because she still, that's her dude. She gonna stick by him, blah, blah, blah. And so, whatever. So she finally come out and tell this man, hey, I do got court cases going on right now. We just talked about the first one with her basically not paying her tickets and driving under suspension. So the second one is that she had basically she stated that she was at a club with her cousin, and her cousin had got into an altercation with one of the security guards, and she jumped in, and now she has a charge too with assaulting a police officer. And that is a felony. So Chris is worried. He like, how is 2 felons gonna be in the house? You got this open case right here. You could be going away for like 2 or 3 years and stuff. And what are we supposed to do? And he was just like, I'ma stick by her. I'ma stick by her. I love her. We go get through it. We go have some things to figure it out if that's the case. Like, sir, we know you got different girls anyway, because it's Gabby's like, as soon as I get locked up, he gone, which is the truth, because you ain't got none of his money, ma'am. You ain't got nothing. He probably gonna take that car. He probably gonna stay in your house and bring other girls up in this. So yeah, so horrible. I could just cannot stand her. You know, she and I, like I said, I follow most of the cast on Love After Lockup somewhat, but I see her going live. You don't never see her at home. She always rolling around on that suspended license that she's on. She's just riding around with it. She always on live talking about how she ain't take nobody money and his mama did this, his mama did that. You worry about the wrong thing, boo. You worry about the wrong thing, because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure this man gave you all this money. I'm pretty sure he did, and I'm pretty sure you spent it, because the way that you look right now is not the way that you looked on that first season, and only money can do that, ma'am. Okay, so at the end of the day, we gonna pray for her and him, because them two is a hot mess. Oh, then she decided to bring him by her mama house. Her mama was like, who the hell invited y'all? She was like, I want nothing to do with this. I don't even like this man. The mama was going off. I wasn't here for it, because she should have went off on Gabby, because Gabby's the one that came over there, but she grilled this man like he just woke up and was like, yeah, let's go to your mama house today. Like she went off on him, and she was just like, you know, what's going on? You got other women and stuff like that. She got this man like he is in an interrogation room answering questions for her, and she ain't nobody. She ain't nobody. So obviously, if you hear it from your daughter and she's not doing anything about it, why are you going to address him for what? Because obviously your daughter don't care. And if she did, she would just leave and just let it go, whatever. But I don't know. I guess. So we gonna keep it moving. Let's talk about Eris and Cameron. So Eris and Cameron, they are new to life at the lockup. They were on the last season of Love during lockup, and basically we just see that, you know, how can I say it? So basically he was a rapper. He was an up-and-coming rapper, and he got arrested for drugs and drinking and all of that other type of stuff. So this man gets out, you know, they meet each other, and they're like, oh my gosh, I love you, you know. He's like, I can't wait to just sit on her chest and all of this other type of. It was nothing but sexual stuff coming out of his mouth. And it was just like, dude, really? Like, you're on camera. We understand you just met her, but can you slow it down? Can you just go soft for a second? And then, you know, we'll work our way up there. That's cool. So, you know, the episode continues to go on and stuff, and Eris is really excited. She's just like, you know, I can't believe all of this stuff is going on. Whatever. She's like in a dreamland, and on top of that, you have your daughter involved. So her daughter is like 7 or 8, and she's been talking to this man, and so they created a connection. But however, you know, your daughter never met this man in person, so you're just out here just okay. So I just don't like it when you get kids involved, when you start doing all the extra stuff, you know. Like I said, I could understand if you met this man or whatever before he went in jail, cool, let it be. But you done met this person off of the internet, and then now you got your children talking to him. Sometimes it work out, sometimes it don't. So, you know. So we go back, and we're like, okay, he's out. So now the next thing we see, Eris is going back to go get him. Apparently he done went back to jail for 2 more weeks because he failed his breathalyzer test at the halfway house. Now you telling me that you can't stay clean and not drink for a couple of weeks until you able to get out, sir, to where you got caught coming sneaking back in with liquor on your breath? Like, So as soon as he gets out, he still got the jail clothes on and everything. He looking like, what the hell? He got stuff all over his face, just looking a mess. And then asked this lady to marry him. And of course, Dum Dum is gonna say yes. I'm like, She's like, this is not how I wanted it to be, but yes, yes, I will marry you. Like, what? What in the world? I have never. This man just messed up completely to where he had to stay 2 extra more weeks when he could have been at home. And you gonna say yes? So he like, I want to get married as soon as possible. Let's get married tomorrow. Well, whoop, whoop, whoop. We like, what's the rush? Why are you rushing so fast to get married to this lady? Come to find out, he trying to get married so fast because he wants to move down to Florida. And right now they're denying his transfer to Florida because technically he doesn't have any family there. He has nothing there. He has no business there whatsoever. So if they can show that he is married and he has a family down there, that will allow him to move there. So Big Dumb Era said yes. Jesus, Lord have mercy. And you can tell she ain't happy. So why would you say yes? But whatever. She is not happy. But she was like, we gonna deal with it. We gonna get through it. That was the spice. Now you got the everything nice over here, whatever, girl. I said, oh my God. So you just gonna roll with it, lady. Okay. So we continue, and next scene is that they go to a tuxedo shop. They at the tuxedo shop. His sister came in, and she's just like, okay, so what are we doing here? Because it's only one reason why you could be here. And he's like, I'm getting married. This is my fiance Eris and all of this type of stuff. Sister's looking like, who the hell is this? Because I ain't never heard of her. And when did y'all get engaged? Like, when are y'all getting married? Like, what? She just seems so confused. So they let her know, like, hey, we've been talking for these last couple of years, whatever. And I asked her to marry me yesterday, and we're going to get married tomorrow. And, and she just looking like, what in the hell is this? Now, this is the baby out of everybody. This is the baby brother. He's the youngest. And so they looking like, she's looking like, what the world? So the oldest sister come in, and they catch her off guard as well, because she's like, why are we here? And so they looking like, oh, okay, like, we hope this work out, because if not, the pull up is real, and it is. It's real. And I can understand. I was with them 100%. I was just like, I agree. I like the sisters, because at the end of the day, if shit go wrong, but they like her. They like Eris. They was like, they feel like she is for him, which I feel like she is for him. I just feel like he's not for her. Let's just say it like that. So yeah, so they get married. They have their little red. I don't know if he's a blood or if it's a gang thing or whatever it is, but they had on the red and everybody looked nice. I thought for it to be squished in together and for it to happen so fast, it was a nice little piece. I liked it. I'm not gonna say two more on them, but we saved the best for last, which is Derek and Monique. Derek and Monique. So I follow these two on Instagram, and what I could tell you, boring. I could go to sleep on their damn live and wouldn't even know what the hell they talking about on them. So we get introduced to Derek and Monique. Monique is a little bit on the bigger side than most people. And so, she's been getting a whole lot of, it's not publicity, but she's been getting a whole lot of followers due to that. And it's good and bad, because you have some people that's there supporting her, and some people just wanted to be there just to laugh at her. But yeah, so we meet Monique and Derek. They met offline. Her friends are kind of skeptical, because they were saying that they feel that she was catfishing him by sending him nothing but like face up pictures, basically. Your face could look big, but you don't know what the rest of this look like. So she looked cute in the face, and then when you get down to the bottom, you're like, what the hell? So yeah. So, everybody was feeling like she was catfishing him. She kind of nervous. She don't know what he going to expect, because she ain't never seen him in person. She ain't never seen this man in person. They'd been together for 2 years, and she never went up to the jail to go see him. Oli just talking with him, sending him pictures. She said she sent him a couple of, back and forth pictures down there. And he already know how big her size is, whatever. She went to the doctor to see if she can get like a dietitian or something. And he on the phone with her, and they was talking about weight loss surgery and all this type of stuff. And he's like, yeah, you need to be with it. He trying to, to not to pressure her into getting surgery, but to know that she able to do it, and if she got the money for it, why not, basically. When you take a look at Derek's pictures, Derek looks like, he stays fit. Look like he exercised every other day, whatever. He be in his room just breaking out them push-ups just randomly. That might be the case. So, she's so getting excited. She's getting really excited for Derek to come home. So she's getting excited for Derek to come home, and so let's back up. So when she gets there to go pick up Derek, she made it very clear that his sisters were not coming. His sister was not coming because they were not invited and that they needed to stay at home.